Welcome back to Ask Allison. Here is today's question. Does private practice work? Is this possible? It sounds too good to be true. Before I start and answer this, I'm going to thank TherapyNotes for sponsoring Ask Allison. They are the #1 rated electronic health record system available today with live telephone support 7 days a week. It's clear why TherapyNotes is rated 4.9 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot and has a 5-star rating on Google. TherapyNotes makes billing, scheduling, note-taking, and telehealth incredibly easy. And now for all you prescribers out there, TherapyNotes also has ePrescribe. If you're coming from another EHR, TherapyNotes makes the transition incredibly easy, importing your demographic data free of charge so you can get going right away. Find out what more than 100,000 mental health professionals already know. Use promo code ABUNDANT at therapynotes.com for 2 free months. Okay, so I have a theory about why this sounds too good to be true that I'm going to get to in a minute. But first, let me talk about how very possible it is. There are hundreds of thousands of therapists in private practice in the US alone. If you look online for therapists in private practice in your city, you're going to find a ton. And there are even more that were established before websites were really necessary who continue to stay full. What's more, the business side of private practice isn't even hard work. Some of it's annoying, but that's nothing compared to the emotional toll that most agencies take on their employees. Plus, the work-life balance is incomparable. You can see 20 to 25 clients a week at max at whatever days and times you want, all the way down to 10, 15, however many you want. The business side may take a couple hours outside of those clinical hours that you're working. And most of my clients end up making 2 to 3 times what they made in their last job in private practice while working half the hours or less. So of course, that sounds too good to be true, right? That sounds ridiculous. And here is my theory on why. Agencies are too big and they're mismanaged. So for most of them, the money comes from the work that the therapists are doing alongside grants. The grants are often earmarked for clinical needs, i.e. the work that you, the therapist, are performing. So all the money given towards your work and generated by your work has to stretch across your paycheck, the front desk paycheck, billers' paychecks, middle management's paychecks, upper management's paychecks, their bosses, rent for the space, utilities, everybody's health insurance, and 401ks. Private practice seems like it's too good to be true because we're used to something so bad that when we compare private practice, which I wish was the norm in the way that we thought of mental health work, it just feels ridiculous. So if you talk to an attorney and say, you can make much more and work much less in your own practice than in this firm, they'll look at you like you just said the sky was blue. They know this, but their firms charge so much more per hour than an agency does. So it makes it worth it to them to not manage what is not even arguably, which is a clearly much more complicated business. Okay. There are therapists out there who are struggling to afford a weekly yoga class. They're unable to take vacations that require a plane ride because they're broke working in agencies. The people that tell therapists that private practice doesn't work are usually other therapists who have never tried. Or they tried, but they didn't bother to learn the first thing about how to set up a sustainable practice and how to help potential clients find them. They'll spend $1,000 on CEs that they never even use, but they won't invest a fraction of that in the skill set that they need to have a successful practice. So they stay they stay stuck and sad. And then they couch their scarcity in concern for you with absolutely no insight. So yes, private practice is doable. Most of us don't have the skill set to build quickly unless you have a marketing background, but you can literally spend 3 hours learning what you need to know to have each particular marketing skill set and implement it, which is the catch. You actually have to implement what you learn to build a practice. So the hard part is not marketing or accounting or filling out paperwork. It's the fear of failure that strikes us all in the early days. If you can endure that and you can keep doing the next step to get clients in the door, you can have a too good to be true career as well. We teach you all the steps to success. We have an amazing, sweet community. For only $69 a month for a 6-month minimum, you can build a 6-figure business with the Abundance Party. Some people are full faster, but we like to have a 6-month minimum so that as new questions come up, you've got the proper support and you don't go chasing a shiny object that is just going to pull you away from the thing you're trying to build. You're welcome to look around. The other offers that have this level of comprehensive guidance are thousands of dollars. I've been in this game helping people build practices in a really long time. I have a big audience, so I don't have to charge as much to make a good living. So that's why the party is $69. We need more therapists in private practice. This is my plea to you. I need people to refer to. I feel better referring to people in private practice. Most people I know here in town are full. We work with people all over the world that are building private practices who are finding the same thing in their communities. So join us in the Abundance Party today to get started. I don't want you to have to dodge toxic coworkers or mess with the bureaucracy of agency work when you don't have to. That's at the link in my bio. I would love to help you build.